we'll just take it to the end. Yeah. So when they decide in the future to improve their facility, they have that land of theirs. So ours is along the informal settlement here. Yeah.
We are live, Mom.
Okay.
All the way to those trees, eh?
Yes. As far out, you see, we're not going to touch the staff housing there. We're not, so that staff housing will be your perimeter. It's consider that the place will be in between this mango tree and the end there. And if you notice on the drawing, we have this space here, right? This is an inside. It's sealed. So you access from the reception. This is a garden for them. This is a garden. So if you have to look, the driveway we came, this is the driveway we came. The paving emergency, you have an emergency exit. So if you put it like this, you have parking. No, it's like this, sorry. It's like this. So this is the gate, the parking, you enter the safe house. This is an emergency exit in case of fire or something. We have an emergency exit from the back. But this is a garden inside the safe house. So when they're in this garden, it is closed. Completely closed, yeah.
Mheshimiwa, do you have, okay, there are two-story buildings.
Yes.
But it will house both male and female?
Yes, there's a section for men, there's a section for women, different floors. There's a common dining, right? And there's a common kitchen. Yeah.
Because with that arrangement, our concern is how are we making sure even
within the safe
people
house
are safe?
No. I think the way we've structured it, the entry to the first floor and the entry to the ground floor are separate. Yeah. So you come through the reception, right? There's the architect. We sat and we argued about all those things. So if we also taking care of persons with disability. So we have a ramp as well.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, where we have the children, where we have the women, where we have the men is completely separate. You've got two sections. Can you see you've got two sections on this side, two sections on this side. So you've got up and down. So at the end of the day, on both sections, you have either children and women, children again, maybe boys, and then and men.
Yeah.
So you've got
two
floors.
It's good to think of that and make
All
sure that we are not rescuing victims and then they come to become also.
No.
Yeah.
And then of course their security will be key, and everybody is vetted. We've got toilets on all floors, showers on all floors, dining facilities, and social halls. Yeah. So those are all things that as we progress. I think the drawings, if you look at the drawings, all the floors are really well done. This is quite small, you can't see it properly. You really need to expand it. And I think the most important thing is once it's awarded, then we don't have a budget to do that artist impression. And until you approve, we can't. So the first thing we're going to ask the contractor to do is to give us a model. A proper model.
That's what we were asking for.
It's a only floor plan.
Yes. Yeah, and we've also got the building structure. You've seen the building structure. Charity.
I haven't seen that.
This is what we have seen.
No. Charity. Where you don't have the complete printouts of the safe house with the building and everything?
I do.
Where is it?
In the office. I didn't carry them.
Okay.
But
So
you've not
Do you have a
I
soft
sent
copy?
them on soft copy.
You have a soft copy?
yeah, I have a soft copy. I'll send it to Robert, and you can print it. In fact, what I'll do is I'll tell my
we just
office
want
to print you A3.
We can just look. We just want to look at
Yeah,
it, and then
because you see now we went through a series. We went through a series of meetings with experts and architects and structural and everybody, and we kept looking. And that's why we went to visit Makueni, so that we understood the needs of a safe house. And
Makueni
after
has a
doing,
safe house.
they have a safe house, and ours is way bigger than what they have. Yeah, I mean they transformed an old home or office.
It's an old facility.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just two observations. Why are we not having self-contained rooms? That's one. Because I've looked at the dimension, it's slightly bigger than half an acre, and I'm seeing the space is quite sizable. Is it possible, since NMS is here, to probably just extend it to about an acre, so that even the space for people to just hang around?
We have a garden space inside inside.
It's pretty.
No, you're looking at the drawing and you think it's pretty small. It's a very big building.
It's half an acre.
Yeah.
So just imagine.
No, it's actually the land that they've given us. The area that they've given us is about 3/4 of an acre.
So it's 80 meters by 60 meters.
Yeah.
So 80 meters by 60 is slightly bigger than half an
Yes.
acre. So if you have a house in half an acre that is hosting only your nuclear family, you know. So I'm just imagining there are a couple of rooms here. There's a ground floor and a first floor. So there'll probably be
There are over 100 rooms.
over 100 rooms. So if you're looking at 100 people, and you'll also want them to get out, maybe have private conversations with the councillors.
There's social halls.
Social halls.
And there's
so on.
counseling rooms.
So in terms of the place, I'm just looking at if NMS are willing to provide more.
They cannot. The budgets are limited. We've already agreed on the budgets. At this point, we cannot ask for more money. But right now, let me tell you what. We're not looking at self-contained rooms. All right.
Shared bathrooms. and
Yeah,
toilets.
shared bathrooms, shared toilets. I mean, we want to have we want to be able to occupy as many survivors as possible within the facility. And don't forget, there's also going to be rooms for the matrons, the nurses, the counselors, if they are in-house, to provide 24-hour service. So we've gone through a year of deliberation with experts who have guided us on this. All right. And I think at one point or another, once the job has been tendered out, we could have a meeting once we see the model. But I think if you see the expanded drawing, you will be able to see that we've actually thought through everything. And we might not get it 100% perfect, right? But it's the first safe house in Nairobi to serve everyone. If we have every room self-contained, it will mean it will be at the expense of additional beds.
And maybe
Right.
I can just chip in.
Yes.
The issue of not having a self-contained room is that as we take care of survivors, we are bringing them out here because we want them to be taken care of and also be able to sit with others peers who have undergone the same violations, just to be able to talk. We will spare 2 rooms for self-contained, but then for us in a safe space, it's not viable. Yeah, so that's why we need them to be together and just to walk the journey together in terms of psychosocial support. Yeah.
When it comes to the victims, we normally have more women than men.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was concerned about that because just having one entrance and then everybody is just like all meeting. Maybe we could think of having like a wall dividing the men and the ladies.
They are divided.
They are divided.
They are divided. They are divided.
Such that
But-
there is no common entrance or door because we don't want to.
But again, looking at the background of having a safe space, you're talking about a man who has come here because he has
He's
also
been-
undergone violations.
So we don't discriminate.
We're not discriminating.
We are not.
However-
it's just making sure that we are not also.
We are not also perpetrating violence there. However, we had agreed about the limitations on how this is going to happen, on the spaces, on how the doors will be and how to go about it. So that is something we have also put in place. But again, looking at it again, as in provision of psychosocial support, there will be a place where we might just need to have them again share some of the experiences together for the purpose of healing.
Yes.
But it will be good to also just appreciate why the chair feels that they need to be involved, so that we can really appreciate what you're trying to, the concern you have.
Hold on, a safe space.
There can be some common areas where both can come and,
Yes.
like where we have the garden,
Yes.
that can be shared. But where it comes to rooms for sleeping,
Yes.
No, they're
They're different.
separated.
They're
They're
separated.
separated.
but it's just a door and there's no watchman unless you want
Not
to.
a
No.
jail.
No, it's not a jail. So
I can remind them what we have agreed is that one wing, the entrance for the other, for the gentleman would be one side.
Okay, like this, you
Yes.
divide like this,
Yeah.
this one side,
Yes.
and then the
Yes,
other.
yes.
I can see that.
That's what we
Yes,
had
yes,
agreed.
yes.
And even if they
Yeah,
have
I
to
think
meet,
they
they'll have to meet within the confines of a council.
What
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
what
No, the other things
Is
will
it
be
possible
shared.
to maybe